Today we have spent a week with the Jinhao 9019. I mean, it's kind of all the time you need to do a review on it, right? We're going to talk about the love-hate, because like, I like it and I don't like it at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Welcome back to Stormin' Norman Says. I'm Stormin' Norman. That must mean I have something to say. And last week, oh, when that video come out? Tuesday? Probably? I don't know. We talked about my two pens. We inked up my two pens I got for Prime Day. And one of them is the Jinhao 9019, big old number 8 nib. And I've been wanting one, so I got one. And you might be asking yourself, but Storm, why don't you have a hat on? Because I got a new hat, and I want to show y'all my new hat because it's not something I would normally wear, but I seen an ad for it on Facebook, and I was like, I don't have a hat like that. Let's give it a shot. Check it out. The flip cap, they called it in the ad. Little bill. You flip it down, you look like you're an officer in the Imperial Army. Flip it up, you look like you're a hipster. But today, we're going to be talking about the Jinhao 9019. I have it inked up with Robert Oster, Great Southern Ocean. So this pen is weird in the fact that I enjoy using it and I also hate it at the same time. But the problem we talked about in the initial when we inked it up last week, it persists. It persists. So there's that. But it's still like not terrible. Not terrible. Let's go top down. Let's just go top down, and well, I'll show you. Even though you kind of already saw it, I'll show you. Okay. All right. So I don't know how much of this you can see, but let's talk about it. Black pen. What is it made of? I don't know. Feels kind of plastic to me. That's not a problem. You paid $13 for a pen. I don't expect premium materials. We got the gold clip. We got the gold band around the cap here. It says Jinhao. And then that says something right there. D-A-D-A-D or something. Number 9019. It's got that torpedo-ish, cigar-ish shape to it. Let's see if we can count how many turns you got to do. All right. That's one full turn. Still not off. 2 full turns. Still not off. 2.5 turns. So that might turn you off. I'm just saying, it might. Doesn't really bother me that much because when I'm using a fountain pen like this, like I am sitting down with the intent to do some writing. Now, if it's something like where, oh man, I need to write this down in a hurry, I'm probably using some other pen for that, not a fountain pen. But it's got that big old number 8 nib on there, and I dig it. I don't think there's any ink in the cap. I cannot say that about the Asvine, but we'll talk about that later. But here's the deal. We talked about this when I inked it up. you press down and it puts out a pretty thick line of ink. Okay. Pretty consistent, you know what I'm saying? However, that is not always the case. And this is, maybe it's just my writing style, because I don't press very hard on the pen. But look at the, let me get y'all light. I did not consider this. Maybe that'll help. The top line is where I was pressing down a little bit, and the second line is where I was just writing normal. Quite a difference in how much ink came out of it. Also, when you're writing, the majority, I just wrote this from my journal earlier. I'd show y'all if it wasn't my journal. Obviously, we don't want to put that on there. So, when I'm writing, it's mostly like this light blue, thin, not a lot of ink, but it don't skip. You know, it's consistent. I'll say that. But after a while, you'll notice, there we go, there's a good example of it right there. I did not change. I did not press down hard or anything. I continued to write as I would normally write. And if you can see there, it was all normal. That light blue of my normal amount of pressure that I put on it. But then that last word, it started dumping out a little bit of extra ink, made the word a little bit darker than the rest of them. Now I'm just pointing this out. It doesn't really bother me because it doesn't do it super often. You could write a whole page, maybe like a normal size page, not necessarily this little legal pad page. But you could probably write a whole page with this, and that would only happen maybe 3 times on the whole page. And it's not super, it's not like blah, ink puking on the page or anything like that. It's just noticeably darker than the other words that might be a deal breaker for you. It's not, it just doesn't bother me that much. And as some people have pointed out, once I clean this, the ink might flow out more consistently, but it's pretty consistent. It's just every once in a while, it puts out a little bit of extra ink. And that could be me. That could be just the way I write. And of course, I got to mention what I didn't like about it in the first video where we inked it up. You can't really hear it. There you go. You can hear that converter. The little handle part where you twist it is loose. And it doesn't bother you when you're writing, you can't hear it, but just the fact that it does it. It shouldn't do it. You know what I'm saying? And there we go, right there. Shouldn't have shook it. There we go, we got darker. Subscribe to my channel or go sit at the loser table. So see, it's not super consistent, but it's not like inconsistent to the point where I would like to throw it across the room or anything like that. You hear that? Ah, that annoys me. It's not a deal breaker. I'm not going to throw it out. I'm not going to put it on the rack and never touch it again. But man, that shakiness just bugs me. Just bugs me. So let's look at this. This is the Hongdian M2. It has the same exact ink in it. And they're both fine nibs. Maybe if you're a 90s kid, you'll get the reference. My name is Mud. So look how dark. Let me stand up so I can see what this camera's showing y'all. Look how dark. That's the Hongdian M2. Same ink, same size nib. And that is the Jinhao 9019. It just don't put out the same amount of ink. And which is weird considering how humongous that nib is. But like I said, I actually really enjoy writing with it, because even though it's not super consistent, for the most part it's that light blue, which I don't hate. I actually think the blue coming out of the Hongdian is a little bit too dark. It almost looks black. But that lighter blue, don't hate it. And even when you push down on it, then it starts to look like that a little bit, but still not quite as dark. But I'm actually starting to question myself whether I put blue ink in that or not. But it's supposed to be blue ink. It's supposed to be the same ink, if I remember correctly. So other than that, other than the fact that it's not super consistent, it's also not like the most inconsistent pen. Like I told y'all about that Diplomat. Like I told y'all about this pen in the video I did ranking my fountain pens. And this was the most inconsistent pen I've ever used. Like, it wasn't good. So it's not as bad as that. But it writes so smooth. Maybe a slow starter. Now, when I say it writes smooth, don't get me confused with TWSBI Eco smooth. It's not that smooth, okay? But it's pretty smooth. I mean, if you compare it to the Jinhao 85 hot garbage pen. This one here, I wonder if this would even write. I ain't used it. I still ain't cleaned it out yet. I'm going to do that. It does still write. What is it called? 85 piece of trash. Feels like I'm writing with a needle. So it's not scratchy like that. It's not as smooth as the TWSBI Eco, but it's, you know, somewhere right in between. Really, that's what saves it. If it was scratchy and inconsistent, it could find itself in the trash for all I care. But I can deal, you know, I'll tell y'all a story. I was talking to a buddy of mine I used to work with one time, and he said something that was absolutely common sense, but it was also kind of genius. He's like, the hotter a girl is, the more a guy will overlook some of her faults. And I was like, that's pretty spot on. Guys, if you're watching, maybe you can relate to that. Like, hey, my girl, she does this thing that really gets on my nerves, but she's kind of hot, so I can kind of overlook it a little bit, okay? Same thing with the pen. This pen might be a little bit on the inconsistent side. Not terrible, but not great either. But because it writes so smooth, I can kind of overlook it. I can kind of see past it. And because it's just a daggum good looking pen. Like, look at that. I didn't even know nibs were different sizes until a couple months ago when I came across a review. It might have been a review of this pen for all I know. Where somebody was talking about number 8 nibs, and I was like, what's that? And I looked at it, and I'm like, oh, I like that big old nib. I don't know why, but I like it. But I am going to buy another pen with a number 8 nib. Feel free. If y'all got a budget pen with a number 8, I'm pretty sure Asvine has a pen with a number 8 on it. But if you got a favorite pen that's like, you know, budgety, $50 or less, that has a number 8 nib, like, put it down in the comments, and I might purchase it and check it out, because I want some more number 8 nibs. I dig them. So there you go. The Jinhao 9019 Bought this pen same time I bought the Asvine. What number is the Asvine? I never remember, but since I got Amazon pulled up. We'll just look. B126 vacuum filler that we got. Bought these two pens the same day on my birthday because my sister got me a gift card for Amazon. And it was Prime Day. So I bought these two pens. Let me put my glasses on. See how nerdy I can look in this hat. These are my most nerdy glasses. There we go. Now we're super nerdy. So I bought both these pens at the same time. And I'm going to tell y'all something right now. This pen might be broken in a good way. Because y'all told me, I asked y'all, and you told me, hey, you have to open your ink flow every time you use it so you can write. I have not opened it one time. I've left it in the down position. I've been using it, you know, not a whole ton, but I did write this entire list of things for the Ramblethon with this, and it still hasn't run out of ink. It don't even act like it's trying to run out of ink. So I don't know. Is my vacuum filler not vacuuming? Who knows? But Jinhao, these pens I like for entirely different reasons. But we're going to talk about this one next week. And this one's so elegant. So look at that. Just looks like I'm a millionaire, you know? So there you go, Jinhao 9019. We'll talk about the Asvine 126 a week from now, because we got to do the Ramblethon at the end of the week. And then the first video, August 1, 2, 3, 4. So around August 4th, we'll talk about the Asvine, probably. It might be, depending on when I get the Ramblethon video up. The Ramblethon video might be the first video of the month, or the Asvine might be the first video of the month. Don't know. But I dig this pen for different reasons. How much did I pay for this one? So the Jinhao was like 13. This one's like 28. Okay. I feel like it was not 28 on Prime Day. But I could be wrong. But this pen definitely feels like it's better made than the Jinhao. So we shall talk about it. Anyhow, coming up, Ramblethon. Like I said, I posted a video yesterday about if you have any questions you want to ask me so I can fill in some stuff. I'll let you know ahead of time what I have for you, because I asked you to ask me some questions. I got some questions for you as well. Take these glasses off. So, we're going to talk. I've got two questions for you. I talked about what we're going to be talking about. The birthday thing, I really probably going to knock that off the list, because I wrote it 2 weeks ago and I don't remember exactly what I was going to talk about. So, we're going to talk about my commonplace book. It's not really common. I really don't like calling it a commonplace, because it's more like a catch-all. I don't know. Call it whatever you want, I guess. We're going to talk about the giveaway box, show y'all that. And I got some questions for y'all about fountain pens and cameras, because I've been heavily researching a new camera. Not a new camera, not like I need to replace one, but just like, hey, I want to get another one. And some of y'all have commented in the comment section about cameras, so some of y'all obviously know about cameras. So I got some questions for y'all. I'm going to throw this pad in the floor. I got me a list, 3 cameras. I've narrowed it down to. List of cons and pros and stuff like that. So we're going to go over this, see if y'all can't help me make a decision. Some of y'all anyway. About my next camera. It'll be a fun time. I'm trying not to jump the gun and just go buy it right now. I'm like, I've researched it to death, as I always do. Let's put it out to the people. See what the people think. Get some feedback. But anyway, I'm starving to death. I'm about to go make me something to eat and edit this video, and I might record another video. Maybe. We'll see. It'll be a short one because y'all know I haven't, for y'all that care, I haven't recorded one of my Bible videos since May, and it was supposed to be a monthly thing. So I've decided to take a different approach with those videos, but watch it and you'll find out what that is. But appreciate y'all watching. Appreciate y'all getting me to 600 subscribers. I thank all the people that are new here. Have some fun with us. We have a good time. I think we have a good time. But like I said, I'm gonna go eat, feed the dogs, and start editing this video, and hopefully have enough time I can play some Minecraft before I go to bed. So I've been Stormin' Norman. I've said things. See y'all next time.